Um, what's good, you guys? I haven't been on here, haven't did a live stream in a couple weeks. So yeah, I finally decided to come back, from my few week hiatus and have another talk show. But today I'm going to be talking about black manhood, and the age in which, the age range in which black men receive the most opposition is from like the 18 to 30 range. From 18 to 30 years old, that's when a black man receives the most opposition from society. You know, that's when you're the quote unquote young black man, you know. And that's when you're a young black man, that's when this society has the most beef with you, you know. The society has a specific beef, a specific agenda against young black men, black men in their youth. The 18 to 30-year-old range is when a black man, when you're going to be like a target. You know, this society targets out young black men, and it's all aspects of life. It's at the workplace, you know. I'm a young black man, so I know like what we go through. As a young black man, you're gonna be a target, a specific target at the workplace. If you're a young black man, you're gonna be a specific target for police to fuck with. As a young black man from 18 to 30 years old, you're gonna be a target for security guards, to follow you around at the store, you know. As that 18 to 30-year-old young black man, you're gonna be a target for women are going to target you to disrespect you or act funny towards you, act difficult towards you, If you're a young black man, or even if you're a black man who's over the age of 30, you know what you went through as a young black man from the ages of 18 to 30. You already know the deal. When you're in that age range, when you're a young black man, 18 to 30, that's also when, as a black man, that's also when you're the most critiqued. You know, um, in that age range, when you're a young black man, in your 20s, especially if you fit a certain archetype, you know, like there's certain black men who are just more representative of black American manhood, and I'm one of those brothers who I'm representative of black American manhood. Like as soon as you see me, the first thought would come to your head, oh, that's a black man. I'm over 6 foot, you know, um, I'm masculine, I carry myself with a swagger. I'm dark skinned. You know, I'm the type of black man who represents, and I'm in my, and I'm in my, I'm younger. I'm quote unquote younger. I'm in my 20s. So I'm the type of black man who represents black masculinity. Like I never seen another black man who I'm not trying to brag or anything, I'm not cocky or anything, but you'll probably never see a black man in your life who represents black manhood, like how I represent black manhood. Like everything about me screams black manhood. Like I'm a real black man. You feel me? And if you're like that real black man archetype, you know, and you're from the ages of like 18 to 30, man, like you're everything you do is under criticism. Like your whole existence is critiqued. Everything you do. I mean, even your existence as a young black man is even seen as a taboo. When you're a young black man, sometimes I feel like as a young black man, I have to apologize. I have to apologize to people, for me being me. So that's how I feel. Like I've come across a lot of people, you know, I've had a lot of funny experiences with people, and a lot of times when I've had this happen to me several times when people see me in public, and a lot of times it's people who I know. That's what trips me out about it. Sometimes it'll be people who I went to high school with, people who I know from around the way, or people acquaintances. And they see me in public, and they'll be asking me, "What are you doing outside? What are you doing here? What are you doing at the mall? Aren't you supposed to be at work?" Or they see me outside, then they'll run across me in a couple weeks after they saw me. You know, like sometimes I go outside, I walk outside. I'm casually outside, and someone I know drives past me, or without me knowing it, or sometimes people see me and I didn't see them, and they'll see me in a couple weeks after and told me that they saw me somewhere, and sometimes they'll be asking me, "Oh, where were you going? Were you going to work?" Or sometimes people will see me on spot and they'll ask me, "What are you doing outside? What are you doing here? Oh, you're just hanging out?" As if my existence as a black man, as a young black man, is a taboo. Um, and this has, of course, it has racist roots to it. That mentality has some racist roots to it. That as a black man, your humanity is a taboo. You know, for a long period in American history, even still to this day, to an extent, black men were not truly perceived and treated like we were humans. Like we didn't have certain rights that other men had in the society. Like and that racist mindset still carried over to this present generation. That a black man's humanity is a taboo, and you're as a black man, especially a young black man between the ages of 18 and 30, you have to apologize for your masculinity. You have to apologize for your existence. And you're not allowed, as a black man, especially a young black man, your existence is a taboo. You know, it was like that back in the 50s and 60s. You know, black men were not allowed to just freely hang out whatever they wanted to go. Um, and as a black man in the 50s and 60s, pretty much the only thing you were allowed to do, you know, as a black man back then is go to work and come back home. You can't just walk around town like a white man back in those days. Hell no. You'll get into some trouble, right? The only thing you're allowed to do as a black man in those 50s and 60s was go to work, and after work, go back to home. You know, the only thing you're allowed to do back then, really, as a black man, like you weren't allowed just to hang out around, you know, and be outside casually, you know, walking amongst the racist white people. No, you weren't allowed to do that. The only thing a black man was allowed to do is work, 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 work. And I'm not saying that there is a problem with working. Of course not. I mean, you're a human, you're a man. You have to provide for your family. You have to provide for yourself. You need to make a living. You need to make money to stay alive, to buy food. You need money. You know, to buy clothing, you need money. To pay bills, you need money. So you have to work. So, and I'm not against working. But like me, in my own personal experiences, people damn near act like I'm not allowed to exist. The only thing I'm allowed to do as a black man, like I'm not allowed to be outside. I'm not allowed to hang out outside as a black man. Like the only time you're allowed to be seen outside as a black man is if you're going to work or you're coming from work. Like people are always mentioning work to me, work to me, work, 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 work. Are you working? Where do you work at? Aren't you supposed to be going to work? You just hanging out here? You just hanging out? You're supposed to be at work. It's like, damn, man, I can't live my life as a black man. It's like, there's other aspects of life besides work, 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 work. It's like, damn. And that's how you're judged when you're a young black man between the ages of 18 and 30. Like, it's like you're not allowed in people's eyes as a young black man. You have to apologize for your existence, you know, and the only thing you're allowed to do is go to work. You're supposed to be this little black boy who's on your best behavior, and the only thing you're allowed to do is go to work and come from work. And you have to be on your utmost best behavior. You know, you have to be this perfect, damn near like perfect person, and you have to be on your best behavior, and you damn near have to apologize to people. Like, it's like people are like offended by your existence. Like I can't even count on my hands. Like the amount of time where people will be coming at me like I offended them just because they saw me in public. It's like why do people a lot of people really have an issue with like young black manhood. It's like it's fucking weird, to be honest. And there's a specific there's like a specific agenda this society has against young black men. And it's with everything. It's like this society likes to fuck with young black men. You know, there's like a specific agenda against us. And like, especially nowadays, especially as a young black man, it's like if you're a black man and you come off as youthful, certain people, I don't know, I'm not. Let me. I want to word what I'm trying to say correctly. You know, I want to say that you're not, people don't want you to be like a man. People don't want you to be a man. It's like if you're a black man, American black man, and you come off as youthful, and people assume you're in that 18 and 30 range. You know, when you're in that 18 and 30 range as a black man, is like people want to hold you back from your manhood. You know, you could be a black man who's in his late 20s, almost 30 years old, and someone can ask you your age as a black man, and you say an age, and you tell them that you're in your late 20s, and after you tell that person that you're in your late 20s, they're around your age down to 18 years old and give you like this 18-year-old endangered black kid routine. Then they'll start asking you, "Ooh, are you worried?" And you're going and you're proceeding to talk to me like I'm some 18-year-old kid. Like in my perspective, like when people do that shit to me, they're doing that because like they're trying to down my manhood. They're trying to strip me away from my manhood. And people are always looking for any technicality to strip a black man from his manhood. Oh, okay. He's in his 20s. Oh, okay. I can round his age down to 18 and talk to him like he's a high school kid. You know, oh, he's under 30. Oh, okay. He's just a kid. Oh, I could talk to him like he's a little boy and be critical of him. I'm gonna ask him funny questions that you're not supposed to ask no grown ass man. It's like people have an issue with letting go of a black man's youth. It's like as long as you're a black man who's like under 30, a lot of people still like see you or try to see you like you're a 18-year-old kid. Like you're an 18-year-old until you're 30. As a black man, you're an 18-year-old until you're 30. It's like people have so much of an issue. This racist society has so much of an issue with black manhood that they try to hold on to a black man's youth until they can't hold on to it anymore. Like if you're a black man, you carry yourself youthful, you don't have any gray hairs. People will use that as an excuse. Oh, he looks young. He don't got no gray hair. Oh, he looks young. Oh, I could talk to him like he's a little boy. I could talk to him like he's an 18-year-old kid. And I noticed something, right? A lot of times when I have conversations with people, and I tell them my age, you know, and after I tell them my age, like they automatically come at me like I haven't achieved anything in life. Or because I'm a black man, especially I'm a black man in my 20s, it's impossible for a black man in my 20s to have achieved anything in life. Like, like keep in mind, like, come on, like at my age, I'm old enough to have graduated college. I'm old enough to own a house. You know, I'm old enough to have thousands of dollars in the bank. But people are always coming at me like because because I'm a young black man, in my 20s, that it's impossible for me to have achieved anything or any type of success. They always come at me like, "Oh, are you in school? You should go to school." Who says I didn't go to school? Who says I don't have a college degree? You feel me? As a black man, people always, especially a younger black man, people always assume that you ain't shit and you haven't achieved anything. And I take that as a disrespect. I remember I was at work, I don't work at this place no more, racist motherfuckers fired me, but it's all good. I remember I was at work and I was talking to this Nigerian lady, you know, she was from Nigeria, and yeah, she was kind of she was coming at me like I couldn't have achieved anything in life. Like for some reason, if you're an American black man, people think that you're just an ain't shit nigga. You haven't achieved anything in life. You didn't go to school. You don't have any hobbies. You don't do anything constructive. People automatically assume that about you as an American black man. And this African lady, she was automatically like I told her my age, like I'm at that age where I'm not even at college age no more, to be honest. I'm not at college age no more. But she was coming at me like, oh, you should go to school, woo, woo, you should get a degree. And like who says, like I'm at the age where who says I didn't do any of these things with my life? You know, And I told her I went to college before, and she was like, "Oh, what college? What degree?" She said that, and she kind of said it in a funny way, like, you know. And part of it, I think, is people in this racist society. People oppose Black American male success. People oppose Black American male success. People oppose Black men being successful. It's like they don't want to. They don't even want to believe that you've done anything constructive with your life. So they create this reality that uh, you, as an American Black man, you haven't achieved anything. You can't achieve anything. They create this reality in their heads that you, as a Black man, you're just nothing. You haven't achieved anything. You're just this 18-year-old Black kid, and you couldn't have achieved. You couldn't have graduated from high school. I mean, not high school. You couldn't have graduated from college. You couldn't have a degree. You know. And once I said to this woman, I've been to college before, she was like, "Man, what college?" She was like that. What college? It was like people really oppose Black American men being successful. It's like, so they create this reality in their heads, like, oh, you're a Black man, oh, you can't do anything, you can't have anything, you can't know how to drive. Like, as a Black man, you're just nothing to some people. And a lot of times it's not necessarily that it's because you carry yourself like you're nothing. A lot of times it's just that as a Black man, deep down inside, most people don't want you to be shit. And most people oppose you having anything or having achieved anything constructive. Most people deep down inside oppose that for the American Black man. But it's funny, the Nigerian lady who came at me like, I haven't achieved anything in life yet, at my age. If I'm half Nigerian, my father was from Nigeria and my mother's Black American, so I'm half Nigerian, half Black American, you know. And it's funny, if I was a straight off the boat African from Nigeria, and at my age, and at my age, if I was an actual Nigerian who straight off the boat from Nigeria, and I would have told this Nigerian lady, that I went to college. I went to college, she would have had no problem with that, if I was an African guy, who had an accent. But because this lady, she perceives me as being a Black American, she had an issue with me saying I had some type of success or I did something in life, you know, because, I don't have an accent. My father's from Nigeria, and this lady knew I'm half Nigerian, but, I don't have a Nigerian accent, and most people would say I don't look Nigerian. I look Black American. I carry myself like a Black American man. So when Nigerians see me and they speak with me, even if they know I'm Nigerian and I tell them that I'm Nigerian, that my dad was from Nigeria, based off how I look, based off my demeanor, how I carry myself, my facial features, they don't perceive me as being a Nigerian. They see me as being a Black American. So, it ain't an issue if an African guy says he went to college, but if a Black American man says he went to college, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, what college?" Show me the proof. Show me your diploma. You got to prove it to me. But if I'm an African guy with an accent and I said I went to college, and I said I did this, I said I did that, there's no issue. You know, that's because, the American black man and the continental African man are two separate entities. But I'm not even finna go into that in this video. But all right, you guys, man. I'm finna go get something to eat. Peace.